In this demo, we're going to go through the process of data discovery and data download in KnowWhereGraph. To do this, we're going to use the Knowledge Explorer tool, which is found under the Tools tab. The Knowledge Explorer is a faceted search interface designed to make finding data easier. You can search for places, hazards, or experts. In our case, we're going to be searching for a hazard. And in particular, we're going to be looking for a wildfire in Monterey County, California. On the left-hand side, you can see a number of facets that can be used to narrow down searches. You can search for natural disasters that cross boundaries with certain man-made features like dams, churches, airports, water types, and natural terrain, basins, beaches, cliffs. Additionally, you can search by area. You can search for entire states or counties within each state. In our case, we're going to search for the zip code of Carmel Valley, which is inside Monterey County. You can also search by FIPS, Climate Division, and National Weather Zone. This is the fire that we're particularly interested in. What we really want to do is download its geometry. So we can start by clicking on the fire, and right off the bat we can see a more detailed page with additional information about this fire. We can see that it has a label, we can see that it has some sort of geometry, that it has an official name. More specifically, this page is describing a node in the graph, and this is this particular node's URI. On the left, we have edges, and on the right, we have corresponding nodes. For example, if we wanted to look at the node that is related to its geometry, we can click on it. And this node has another relation, GeoSparkle, as WKT, that has the polygon information. So going back to the Tassajara fire node, what we can do is first copy this URI, and we'll go over to the KnowWhereGraph's GraphDB workbench. From here we can run Sparkle queries, and so we're going to follow this pattern that we saw on the detailed page here of this particular node has a label. We'll want to download the label, and we'll also want to download the default geometry. So what this looks like in Sparkle is we have our subject, we want its label, and we'll call this label. I want to select this label out. And we also know that it has this default geometry. And that default geometry has this well-known text representation. And, let's actually rename this label to name. The geometry. And now, let's run the query. We can see that we have the fire name and its full geometry. One feature of the workbench is that you can download your results in a CSV file. Opening this up, we can see that it's in a form that can easily be used with something like R data frames or pandas in Python. So the Knowledge Explorer is really helpful for finding information that you might be interested in. All of these different facets make it incredibly powerful. You can search for different types of fires, for example, prescribed fires. You can also search for things like high wind events, flash floods, uh, funnel clouds, and each tab has a different set of facets to search by. For example, places you can search for administrative regions. Searching for experts, you have a whole host of options. And just like with hazards, you can select people or names out of the user interface and find more information about them here. And that concludes the demo showing how to find information and how to download it with Sparkle.